you're having a great Wednesday. We have Jennifer Tyrone who's back with us from Crafter's Companion as a master crafter. Boy, you are.
Everybody will be a master crafter after this because
they make it easy, don't they?
It's so easy when you have the right tools, and this is a staple. I'm going to show you. This is a set of dies that it's going to allow you to cut any shape card. So let me show you how it works right off the hop, because you've got 6 choices.
And we're showing that up on the screen. Exactly. I don't want you to be confused.
You've got 6 choices, but let me show you how it works first, because if you look at them first, you're gonna think, what does that do?
Yeah.
This is a die, and you get 6 different shapes, and it cuts all around 3 sides, but not on the 4th side. There's no little cutting knife there.
Got it.
And we've made this die a little bit thicker so that it can cut through 2 layers at once. Normally dies don't do that.
Right.
So it can cut through 2 layers at once. So what I want to be able to do is put the part with no knife down on my cutting mat. I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape, and I'm gonna run it through the machine. And same with the embellishment on top. I'm just running through the next size down.
Okay.
Through the machine too.
So you're getting 6 of them, all different shapes, okay, in each of the configurations.
Exactly.
And you're running it through the Gemini.
I'm running it through the Gemini over here. I didn't have quite enough space. But take a look at some of the different shapes while I cut this out.
Oh, they're so fun.
Exactly, 6 different shapes. It used to be all about scrapbooking, but now people are into making cards. And everybody who makes cards needs the same thing. You know what that, do you know what that is? A card base. You need something to put your stuff on.
And which one is this that you're using?
This is this one right here, and it's called the Ruth.
The Ruth.
They've all got different ladies' names. We've got Nicole, Ruth, Emma, Stacy. Okay, so take a look at this. You'll see the concept right away now.
Oh, that's genius. Watch this, everybody.
And there's your card shape.
Double-sided.
Do you know, Lynn, how much you pay in the craft store? I mean, for pre-cut and then different shaped cards? You will be cutting them out for the rest of your crafting life with these dies.
With this one investment.
Exactly, because this is a tool you invest in and you use for the rest of your crafting days. So now that you know kind of what I mean.
What the concept is.
Yes, let me show you.
All right, let's walk you through the shapes and the names.
You've got a big choice to make here. And if you don't want to make
most people get more than one.
Well, exactly. Just say, give me them all, and then you don't have to worry about it. So this is the Nicole, and this makes that sort of scallopy shape here. And you can make them, again, in any kind of size.
Okay.
You don't just have to do the open and close. Once you get going, you'll really start getting fancy with the fold-out ones. So that's the Nicole.
And that's $24.95. And we have 2 flex pays that expires tonight at midnight. Boy, that is beautiful.
And this is the Ruth. So you're getting
That's what you just used.
That's the one I just used. But look at what you can do once you really get going. These little stand-up cards. Because all of the shapes fit perfectly together, you'll be able to up the next level. You don't just have to do open and close. You can start doing these little stand-up easel cards, and that is the Ruth. Isn't that just so, so sweet? Okay, and next up we've got the Emma. You're getting 6 there as well. All the different sizes. And again, you can just open and close it. And because they match up perfectly, you can do the inside where you're going to write in the exact shape. And then this is another one of these cute stand-up cards.
Oh, right. You just tuck it right there.
Exactly. Because you're getting the shape that's always going to fit perfectly together, you can just take it right to the next level.
Genius. That's the Emma, $24.95. Now, if you have any questions, because there's 6 of them here, we also lay it out on hsn.com.
Yeah, you can shop there all day long. So this is the Stacy, and I like this one. I think this one is just a classic shape, the Stacy. And look at how you can kind of do it. Look what we've done here. And because, this is a whole book that you could put your travel pictures in.
So otherwise you'd have to buy these all already pre-cut, pretty much.
This you'd never even find in a store.
No, you're right.
But if you were trying to buy pre-cut cards, mostly you would just find boring squares and rectangles, and they'd run you probably 20 bucks a pack.
And that's $19.95 for the set of 6 of the Stacy.
Exactly, and you'll be cutting these for the rest of your crafting life. Every time you need a card, you can just cut it out, and they run through any die cutting machine. So this is the Louise, and I love that you can put the windows, because the sizes all nest together. You can put the windows and the sentiments all can match up so perfectly. Even take it, look, doesn't this look like church doors for a wedding card?
That's beautiful.
It's all the same die, and that's the Louise with that sort of church window look.
$19.95, also all 6 with FlexPay. Beautiful.
And look at this little notebook we made, and you can vary the sizes of the pages. I mean, it's all up to you how far you take it. So this is gonna take you from the beginning stages of crafting, card making, right up until your more advanced easel cards, book cards. This one that you're looking at here is the Rosie. So you can see I've sort of got a book card here with the, and you can kind of make all these different pages because they all fit together, and this is the Rosie.
And let me show you.
Is that just the cutest?
This gives you a little idea. This is the Rosie for $24.95. So you're gonna get a die in this size, a die in this size, a die in this size, and these, look, double-sided, like we said, die in this size. And you can, this is that one-time investment, and you have it, and you can use it over and over. So all 6 of those.
Imagine you're giving that not just as a card, but as a gift, because you're giving someone, like I've got here, a set of cards as the gift. You're not just, so here we go. I've made a little box out of the Nicole die, and then, because they come in all different sizes, I've made all 6 sets of little cards to give as a gift.
Or sell them, right?
Exactly. There's nothing greater than the little church craft fair. You can make some, you know, and you know, you're just using paper that you've got in your stash. You're not having to pre-buy cut cards that are already, you know, expensive. You can just use the paper, the cardstock that you've got, and you'll be making cards. I mean,
you have to see some of these that you did, Jennifer. I mean, what you would pay for one of these, just even already if it was done in the store.
Exactly.
A fortune.
And so we just put one edge here, and you keep the same edge.
Okay. Oh, how pretty is that?
You'll get into doing the pop-outs. This is cut with the biggest version. This is cut again with the smallest version. So you're getting pop-out cards. I mean, it's really, your imagination is the limit. You can just go basic when you're first starting out, you know, cut it at the top, you can cut it at the side, however you like, but you really can up it as soon as you get going. That used to be like this, we just put a fold. What a difference that makes. But when you've got a tool, that's the difference between buying something, what's that saying when you teach a man to fish, or, you know what I mean? He's got food for life. When you buy the tools, you can keep creating over and over again. You're not having to rely on, you know, someone else's product. You know, you will be creating these yourself. And you're gonna be saving a fortune. Well, because
when you think about it, because it's one investment, and it doesn't matter which one of these you choose, it's under $25 or under $20.
Exactly. So basically for the price that you would buy one pre-cut or pre-folded card pack for, which normally just come in rectangular shapes, you can get one of these and you'll be outfitted for cards, you know, for forever.
Life. Yeah, that's the great thing about it. And to show everybody one more time, in case they're just tuning in, I know you ran this through earlier through the Gemini, and this was one of the one of the dies that you showed us what it does.
This is the Ruth, and so it has 3 cutting sides. You can see here, I'll get another. It has 3 cutting sides, and these dies are made a little bit deeper than regular dies, and that's because it's meant to go through 2 layers of cardstock. And then the 4th side has no knife on it. And that's the side that you're gonna put along the fold.
And you'll see that.
Yeah, that's this, oh yes, it's very obvious when you're looking at it at home. That's the side you're gonna put along the fold. And so when you run it through your machine, which I can do here, no problem.
And I think you did the colorful one too in a different shape.
Exactly, I did this in the smaller shape.
Look at this.
And so that it would match up perfectly. And this I just colored in with the colored pencils that are coming up next. And you know what I mean? You can take your coloring and turn it into the card front.
Genius.
You can take your coloring book pages. We had Colorista on earlier today. We've got Colorista coming up at 3 o'clock. Take that, cut them out,
and voila.
Exactly, and it just takes a boring, you know, rectangular card like this and turns it into something that, you know, is just really ups it a level. I mean, there is a difference between, you know, the look of this and just the plain look of this. And all it is one die cut.
And it's thicker, so that way it goes through. It
always is gonna go through
double-sided.
and it's gonna work on whatever die cutting machine you already have. So you don't have to worry, oh, I don't have the Gemini. No big deal. You can put this through any die cutting machine that you want. It's the die that's thicker. It's not the machine that's doing this. We made this die deeper and thicker.
Let's go one more time.
Yeah, so
and if you have any questions, you're shopping, I know many of you are online, taking advantage of our finale of Craft Month and the last opportunity to fill your cart.
And
it'll walk you through a course. I mean, $5, that's all you're paying.
So the Nicole is the one with this scalloped edge that I did this little box out of. The scalloped edge, that's the Nicole.
Pretty.
And then the Ruth is the one where we did this easel card, and we did this one here that stands up so many times.
That shape.
That's the Ruth shape.
Okay.
And then this one here is the Emma. The Emma is the one that really gives you all of those twists and turns there. That very intricate shape. That's the Emma.
Who would ever think you were able to do that in less than like 10 seconds in a card?
No one would believe that you could cut this out, and you could never cut this out fussy cutting. You can never use your scissors for this. It's too detailed. So next up, we've got the Stacy, and that's where we did these cute little window ones.
You're getting married or wedding invitations.
Well, and that's what's great if you're doing invitations. If you're buying pre-folded cards, you probably get 10 or 12 or however many in a set.
Sure.
These, you can cut the whole ream of paper for the same price, right? And then this one's coming up next, the Louise. The Louise is where we did, looks like the church window. I mean, that's a wedding card if I ever saw one. Looks like the old wooden church doors. That's the Louise. And then next up, we've got the Rosie. And the Rosie, I mean, I love this shape. I think this one is by far the most popular. We sell so many of these Rosie ones. Where I just did this easel card here, and this is the Rosie shape. And again, you're getting 6 nested dies. It's going to come to you like in the back with all 6, so that just because we cut out the biggest shape here,
look, just like this.
Exactly.
That's great, color coordinated.
Yeah, you can cut out
and size.
Every single shape from 6 inches right on down to, you know, sort of 1.5, 2 inches, and not just use them, but give them to people as a set, as a gift. You know, the cost of paper is negligible, but when you're buying it, when someone else has already done the die cutting for you, I mean, you have to ask yourself, where do you want to spend your money? On a tool or on something that someone else has already made?
Great point, Jennifer. We are getting limited right across the board here. You're getting all 6 of the individual ladies' names. It looks like Ruth just sold out. Okay. So thank you, everybody.
Lovely. And you know what?
They all are.
If you didn't get the Ruth, try one of the other ones, because the concept is the same, exact same. You put it through the 3 cutting sides, and then the 1 non-cutting side allows you to cut through 2 layers and make your own card bases.
First of its kind, which is fantastic. Stacy is going to be the next to sell out here. FlexPay is available up until midnight.